What up, family? Hope everybody doing good. Cut your volume off on that if it is. Oh, you got your headset on. So you tripping. All right, what up, man? Make sure everybody up in here. Can y'all hear us loud and clear? Make sure put something in the chat. Make sure y'all can hear us loud and clear. Pat, do me a favor, bro. Share this to all y'all basketball coaches, everybody out there on the Gators basketball stuff. Share it there, man. We're gonna talk about a couple things. Final show, 2025. What you got?
2025. Basketball. We've gotten a lot of interest. Not enough interest,
Not enough interest.
but basketball is definitely my first sport, my first love. So definitely, let's try to get some couple teams in. We're trying to work on something special for y'all.
Right. So if y'all are in here, man, again, if you can hear me, if you hear us loud and clear, put something in the chat for me real quick. That way we can make sure all our vocals, we're clear, we're loud. Make sure y'all can hear all that. Put it in the chat for me. If so, please tap the share button, man. All the orgs, I need you, Pat. Share it to the cadets page, please. Share it to your coaches groups. All the chats, man. I'm gonna run these numbers up real quick. I found a show of 2025, man. 2026 gonna be something good though.
2026 is going to be something special. The Holiday Bowl, we didn't really get to recap that.
We're gonna recap that. Let's recap the Holiday Bowl a little bit tonight. And then we'll talk about the surveys and stuff that I'm gonna send out to the coaches. Again, always trying to look to get better. Stuff like that. So Tyra, can y'all hear us good? I see you just joining here. Tyra, can y'all hear us good? Let me know. Let me know if y'all can hear us loud and clear. I think so. Oh yeah, okay. Rich, what's up, man? How are you, bro? Yep, there we go. Appreciate y'all, man. So we got these numbers running up. I just seen Smooth. Just get on here, okay? Just get on, Smooth. Jesus Christ. All right. So, anyways, a couple things to talk about. Let's before we get to basketball, before we get to what else is it? Not basketball.
Basketball.
Oh, recap.
Yeah, recap.
Showcase recap, or not showcase recap. But we got showcase stuff we want to talk about as well. Where is? I thought we had. Did we not have the chat thing? There we go. There it is. Good job, Rich. I can see you, bro. All right. So appreciate y'all jumping in here, man. Again, everybody that's coming in here a little late. Welcome, man. Final show, 2025. Soccer 1 and 3, soccer 2 times. I have no idea where he's at. But hopefully he'll get in here and you know what I'm saying, start getting some stuff popping. Antonio, what up, man? Make sure everybody jumping in here, bro. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the small announcements, man. A couple small announcements. Again, we're just gonna run through the AAU calendar. Martin Luther King weekend in Vegas, West Coast Nationals. I will not be able to make it to West Coast Nationals. I know a lot of people have asked me between jobs, me and the wife doing other stuff. There's just no way. I just can't make it out there, guys. I apologize. If there was a last minute flight or something I could do, I would. But I am going to be in contact with a handful of people that are going to be out there. So go ahead and go live, and then we'll make sure that I get all that stuff shared to the page. Yeah, all the lives and stuff will share to the page. Again, if y'all are going live, man, I gotta tell y'all there's some things y'all gotta know about going live. One of them, turning your phone landscape, please. And then obviously when y'all in there, watch the game through your phone. I'm terrible at it though, so I can't really complain to people.
It's hard. We're not gonna really get on your head. I got on my head during the 12U championship game, and Chuko was really on my head before going live. Y'all kept saying I was shaking, so I did remember that. So we on your head in Vegas, y'all.
A-Rod, what up, bro? Calvin, I hope you're good, my boy. Yes. Hey, stay tuned, A-Rod, man. I got some questions. I got some feedback that I need to get from my basketball folks because we may have an opportunity to do something new.
Yeah.
Right? We tried it last year, didn't get a lot of participation from it. This year we have done an extremely good job with bonding with Clean ISD and talking about availability and stuff like that. So y'all's feedback is key to me. I am not the biggest AAU basketball fan when it comes to local stuff. But I do go out there all the time to support all the kids. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see me everywhere. So I'm not in it. At that time, I'm really just a parent. But I love coming out there watching all the kids and all the opportunities. So why not, right? Why not be able to? What up, Court?
Another thing that a big complaint y'all have gotten is how much y'all got to travel, blah 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 blah. We're trying to do something special for a preseason to get y'all look. Now, one thing I know as now being a player and now being an assistant coach, I really tend to worry about wins and losses, rivalries. Now, man, all that's out the window with what we're trying to do. This is a preseason. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Most likely going to be in front of the whole city. It's going to be a great environment, just like the Holiday Bowl. So, man, don't worry about the wins and losses. Definitely come out and just compete.
No, facts. I'm glad you said that, but we'll talk about that when we get into it. All right, so going back to my ADHD mind, let me run across these things. Talk about West Coast Nationals. I will not be at West Coast Nationals, but y'all stay locked in, man. We'll definitely get that queued up for y'all as much as we can from the people that we can. Again, great experience. I just hope that, I'm not going to say I hope that. Like, I know for a fact that the championship game is going to be 2 Texas teams. Yes. What I am more worried about, Bass, what's up, bro? What I am more worried about, man, is the fact that I usually go all the way down there for the cheer comp. I go down there for football because I love the kids, stuff like that. But the cheer comp for me is what wins Vegas. And this is going to be my second year technically not going down there for the cheer comp. But again, I'll try to see if I can get somebody to go live. Heck, I might even send somebody with my streaming equipment to see if we can get it right. So we'll figure that out. Again, West Coast Nationals, Martin Luther King weekend down there. Don't know what the weather's going to be like. We went there a couple years ago. It was sunny. 2 years ago, 2 years ago we went. It was raining. 3 years ago, it was absolutely sunny. 4 years ago when we went down there, it was amazing. It was cold, hot, but we got the party. We had spacious times. We had to go see the mountains and stuff. So you never really know what you're gonna get, man. But big ups to everybody going out to West Coast Nationals. Hope you guys got everything taken care of, man, and get out there successfully. The next thing, man, I want to run through is AAU track. All right, so put these dates on your calendar. I know it's a long way out right now, but this stuff comes up way faster than you think it does. The district qualifiers that they got coming up will be one in Killeen, Texas, obviously. June 12th and 13th, June 19th and 20th in Brownsville. That's the South qualifier. And then the Central qualifier is the same date, June 19th and 20th. And that's it, Southwest Legacy. So in Armory, Texas. So we'll work on that. Get you guys locked in for all of that. Y'all go ahead and start putting y'all track teams in the chat because I know y'all be doing that. And then the regional championship, regional 19 championships will be June 24th, which is 4 days after that. That's crazy. In San Antonio. And then the 25th and 27th will be in Armory, Texas. I said that right? Mm-hmm. All right. So that's for 2026 calendar. I feel good getting that off my conscience. Let's go ahead and talk real quick. Let's talk about basketball. All right. Before we get into the football, we're going to talk about the past championships. We're going to talk about the Holiday Bowl. Again, we already know the winners and losers of the Holiday Bowl. Actually, I started the Holiday Bowl. We already know the winners and losers. Big ups. Thank you guys for everybody coming out to the Holiday Bowl. Again, bigger, 25 teams this year. Thank you guys for supporting us, supporting the kids, man. I will tell you this again. The Holiday Bowl for next year is going to be locked in.
Even better.
Yeah, it's only going to get better. We got another invite for technically an optional field if we need it. But I think we're going to run it back. I think we're going to run it back at Heights. It just worked out great. The field locations, all 3 fields. It did kind of suck that we didn't get we don't have lights on those backfields.
Yeah.
But it worked out great. Everybody can get in. It was technically what the district wanted. So thank you to the district coming out, checking that out. Thanks to Coach Humble, Arca Heights High School, their staff, their booster club, all the members of the booster club that wasn't all football, some of the band, some everybody like that. We appreciate y'all being a part of. Again, big ups to the vendors. Blam Wings holding it down again. Next year we're gonna have some more vendors out there too. We'll swap it up a little bit. I think everybody got a good chance to eat too, so that's another good plus. But we were going to ask y'all, man. Y'all can put it in the comments here, but we're going to send a survey out to the coaches for sure. If there was something that we could do better, right? Like we always
Definitely.
looking, we always open to trying to make things better. We cannot, and I'll say this again, we cannot make things better the day of. Right? This stuff's got to be plain. So, said somebody not a Hawk fan of the Hawker Heights field. Oh, I'm sorry. What's wrong with the Hawker Heights field? Let me know. I like it.
If y'all don't know, his son goes to Harker Heights, FYI.
I mean, we did it the year before Shoemaker. And Shoemaker, the thing about Shoemaker is it's a great field, right? But it's the field is completely in the backside.
Definitely.
So you got to literally walk through the baseball fields and all that to get there. But big ups to Coach Foreman too, man, for always holding it down, always being available. He was available this year for us. You know what I mean? So big ups. He always wants to be a part of the community, just like Humble does over at Heights. I would do it at Killeen High School if the other two fields weren't. Those two auxiliary fields are pretty far away.
Yeah.
So and it's going to cost me a lot more to get Buckley.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all don't want to. If y'all don't want y'all gate fees to go up, I'll holler at somebody. Hopefully we can get Buckley a little off. But yeah, nah, that ain't gonna
The
happen.
Holiday Bowl was a very fun experience. We didn't have many hiccups, but I want to start off with this 6U team because y'all let them Sharks come down and put y'all in a tank.
For the record, I just want to say this: they deserved it,
Mm-hmm.
and here's why. You gotta understand that Shark team. Big ups to all those Shark parents and everybody out there, but that's like their showcase team. That's like their showcase team. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that because they let their season go through and they go find all the best of the best kids, put them on a team, and blah blah. They played some tough games,
Bro.
against some league team games. This is why I get so irritated when I talk about Central Texas. This is why I get so mad with Central Texas because do y'all see these smaller / bigger cities, right, that are doing this and they're putting a great product out? Could you imagine what could happen if we could get all of our great flag kids, not just the ones that were out there and the ones that were catching butterflies, right? Like if you could go through and market and pick out every one of the great flag kids off of all the teams, whether it was blocking, whether it was catching, passing, running, defense, flag pulling, and you put them all on one team. We could literally go out here and beat anybody within a 40, 50, probably even a 60 square miles. More than that, actually. Right? I mean, easily. And that's what the Shark teams are doing. You can't knock them for that, right? They're putting those kids together. They saw a chance to come get some work. And it can happen, man. And that's the story of Showcase. I know Showcase has fallen off. Here's the sore subject. Showcase fell off, right? And it's a lot of egos in it. We can blame coaches. We can blame the parents. But the truth of the matter is we have lost sight of what it means to put all the good kids together and let them go compete. True? So,
Very true.
big ups to the Sharks for continuing to doing that. Big ups to the Mambas for continuing to do that. Right?
Ooh,
we can't blame those
that's-
guys for
that's
doing
a
that kind of
touchy-
stuff.
That's a touchy age group right there.
It is. It is what it is. And again, you gotta realize it. Like at the end of the day, you gotta realize what it is. Andy, appreciate you. Again, we're gonna try our best, man. Again, Killeen ISD, we don't have the greatest of selection in the fields. Because truth be told, the middle schools are even worse.
Yeah.
I was thinking about what's this school? What's the new school right there?
JDA.
JDA. Could be a great school to do that at, but yes, a lot of fields, absolutely no bleachers, and the bleachers at JDA are smaller than Heights. So you gotta look at that stuff like that. But wait, no, we appreciate this feedback. This is what we want. This is exactly what we want. So yeah, Holiday Bowl, good success. We got sponsors this year, guys.
Tons.
Tons of sponsors this year, man. I appreciate it. You saw Joe walking around. Big ups to Walmart handing out gifts. They provided us with about 50 gifts, 45 gifts or something like that for the holidays, just to do it. Hood Stadium, totally get it. Small. It's one field. Still only one field. You can't run but one field, one game per field. And then on top of that, trying to get people to get passes to get on post, or even me paying to get the clearance to have that gate have day passes. So yeah. He said I also need to be in staff. Thank you. Hey, let me hit us up. We have a small board, don't we? We have a small board. Small group. And absolutely. You know what I mean? We could use the help. But I will tell you this. We are extremely picky on who we put on the staff.
You will get booted fast. Just
Because
FYI.
FYI. We are very knit to the T. I'm one of those guys have a problem. My wife will tell y'all. I have a problem with not release of power, but like when I know how things are supposed to go, I hold that to a very strict line. And I've even had to apologize to my staff this year because I stepped on a couple of their toes by them following what I told them to do. And so, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like, we're human, right? We understand it. But we're also a big family at the end of this. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you're not doing it for the kids, don't ask me. I love you, Dev. I don't know. I mean, saying, but if y'all ain't doing it for the kids, don't even ask me. Straight up. But you can be on staff. Let me know. See, look, this is the feedback we need.
Yes.
This is the feedback we need. So, anyways, Holiday Bowl, good success. Big ups to the sponsors. The more sponsors we get next year, obviously, we try to take that to the overall cost. But if we get enough, we lower the entry fee, right? You know, I don't think $10 a day to get in is a bad thing. Even though every year I get people complain about $10 a day.
Y'all should see how much these AAU basketball tournaments charge.
The heck with basketball. These are the same people that went to Denton and paid $40 for the weekend to get in. If you played for Showcase, if you went to a Showcase game, and it's $40 for a ticket to get into Showcase. I charge $20, $10 a day. Why? Because I don't sell weekend passes, because I don't want to grab nobody's money. If you're not going to be there Saturday or Sunday, don't pay for a weekend pass. Just pay $10 a day, and if you come, it's the same as a weekend pass would have been.
Definitely.
Straight up. Anyways, that's that. So yeah, man, Holiday Bowl was a great thing. We appreciate everybody. Gilbert, what up, man? See you join. If you can, share the live. If y'all are in here, share the live. Basketball people, share the live. Share the live. Yeah, $30 a day. And I heard they was charging double for pregnant women. Nah. Front gate lady said she ain't gonna be too nice next year. Y'all keep it up. But anyways, yeah, man, that's crazy. So again, we'll try to do what we can and to help. And if y'all know anything about me, all of that money goes back to the kids. We have already sponsored some volleyball stuff. We've sponsored some Clean ISD things. Again, just to build that relationship. Obviously, all the fees and stuff that comes with paying for all the awards, the banners this year you saw. You know, obviously, I hate when people say this, but like, there's just a lot of expenses, man. There's just a lot of expenses. Clean ISD isn't cheap, bro. I'm sorry to say it this way, but it's like what, $50 an hour for lights, an hour, and it always rounds up. I think no matter if you finish it or not, it always rounds up. But anyways, you know what I mean? We're building a great connection with these guys. We're talking to them, and that's where it matters, man. So appreciate you. So are we done with the Holiday Bowl? You got anything else to say about Holiday Bowl? Go ahead.
Don't act a fool when we make this basketball thing.
Hey, the basketball. Listen, I think we've gotten so good with the Holiday Bowl that's why I say I think we're going to move this to basketball. So let's go ahead and start talking basketball, right? For all my basketball people in here, I'll give you a quick second. Again, this is your chance to share this live. Your feedback in the chat, it means a ton. But we have an opportunity to throw a basketball tournament. I would like, this is tentative, I would like to do it at Killeen High School. We got to get, talk with some coaches and all that kind of stuff, work around the season. Here's the deal. We can't throw it when most of y'all are getting your teams solidified, i.e. late February and March, because that's the high school playoffs.
Yes.
And it's impossible to get any facility that's big enough to host, these things, these 2-gym, 3-gym facilities. So I say that because I want you guys' feedback. We want to host kind of an early preseason tournament. It is strictly for, just like the Holiday Bowl will be, probably 2 to 3 pool play games, and then we'll go into a seeded single elimination.
I have an idea.
You have an idea.
I have a good idea. Instead of pool play, why not just have a whole bracket solidified? Constellation.
No,
why not?
Because then you can see where everybody sits.
Okay.
So if I have a solidified, I'm going to use two terrible teams right now. Sorry, guys. If I have a bracket solidified and I say Drive Nation versus Harker Heights, whatever, right?
Mhm.
That old Harker Heights team. That's a dummy game. That's a dummy pool game because now win points and all that scored, whatever, right? They'll receive for elimination day, but I've already set them up for failure because I knew they were going to go against the best team in the bracket. It's the same reason why we did it for the Holiday Bowl as like a bingo pick or a Monopoly pick, right? I don't know who you're going to play. You don't know who you're going to play. We find out together. And if you get the bad draw, it is what it is, right? You still go out there and compete, but you know you're going to get to play everybody in the bracket.
That's fair.
So that's fair, right? I think that's fair. If that's not fair, y'all tell me it's not fair, but I think that's pretty fair. So, but yeah, we're going to try to do it that way. So a 2 to 3 game pool play. And then next day will be a single elimination style play. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that. I need your feedback. But here's the thing, and as Saga 3 was saying, the problem with it is you will not be at a point where you can have a solidified team. These kind of preseasons are meant for the guys that are trying out on your team and they want to get in, they want to try out, and they look good in tryouts, but a lot of people can't play under the whistle. That's the one thing we find out about basketball. There's a lot of kids look great in tryouts. They look good when they're playing around their friends, but when they get under the whistle, they can't play. Let's just keep it above, right? Aaron, what it is? We're talking about basketball, man. Youth basketball preseason for Central Texas. So that's what I want to use this for, right? I get it. You can blend your good guys and your older guys, whatever it is. But just to get the preseason work, you're going to get 3 to 4 games guaranteed. I'm not going to charge you, arm and a leg for. We'll probably do roughly around $200 entry fees, right, for the thing. And I think what we're working on is we're going to try to get y'all something that matters. No one cares about preseason rings, right? So I've been talking to vendors. I've been talking to people. I think we're going to start giving out like team book bags, right? Custom bags, maybe even do some uniforms. Because here's my thing. It's not about the money in our pockets or nothing, right? It's about giving back to the kids. It's about giving back to what we win. So I think that we need to up our prizes, right? I think that we need to make it more meaningful. Because if you can get, let's just say we offer 12 to 15 book bags, right? We offer 15 book bags, so 12 to 15 for the winners. That cuts down their registration fee.
Yeah.
Right? Am I saying that right, guys? Put me in the loop. Let me know. But if that should cut down on your registration fee and the things that you require, and it's a free mock-up. You get a free mock-up, you get it put in, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. So y'all tell me how y'all feel about that, man. I would love to do a preseason thing, whether it's just for swag, whether it's for,
just to see where you're at, too.
Yeah. If you want me to do 12, we'll do 12 book bags and coaches polos, right? I don't care. We can talk about it, but this is what I need y'all here for. Put it in the chat. The Saga, we take no capital gain from this. I say this 1,000 times, right? We want to give all of our money back that we make to our kids in our community. We want to bring teams here, right? We want to try to get the work. I'm thinking with 2 gyms, here's the minimum. Here's the minimum I need. For 2 gyms, I want to do 4 divisions, right? Okay. And I want to do 5 teams per division.
Ooh, that's a good question. This is where rosters can get tricky.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. This is what I think. Can you do age group? Absolutely. But I'm going to under anything that's done under the Saga will be done with integrity. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I know how loose the age group thing gets, right? Which is fine. But then we got to go through the whole certification process, right? Yeah. Making sure that this person is that age, IDs, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. But truth is, this should go by grades. I think because that's what basketball is based off of, right? I mean, age groups count. You can do 8 to 10, whatever, right? But I think you should do grade though. Grade is that way. Easier. I'm still going to certify it, but it's way easier, right? Give me the kids' information, right? Give me a copy of their report card, and then we can certify in the group. We're still gonna do certification. I want y'all to know that y'all not gonna bring no, 18-year-old and be like, yeah, this is his freshman year. We're not doing it. The question also goes with is what would it be? Yeah. Yeah. And again, we be having I have no problem with the ringers and blah blah blah, whatever you want to do. Here's my thing. Whatever the age group or the structure that we put it in, whether it's age group or whether it's grade level, this is why y'all's feedback is prominent to me, right? Whatever it is, we're gonna stick to that and we're gonna put guidelines around it. And just like anything else, I don't care how you can have your roster. Your roster can have up to X amount of players, but just like the Holiday Bowl, that submitted roster is that submitted roster. So if they're not on that submitted roster by Saturday before your first game, they don't get to play that weekend.
Don't be that guy who tries to add a kid on Sunday.
You can't. There's no adding a kid. If you add a kid, you get caught because you can be
gone.
protested anytime and you're eliminated. Real simple. So I just want y'all to say it that way. Like, if you didn't, for the basketball people who don't go to the Holiday Bowl, who don't really know how we do on the football side, we want our kids to have fun. We want our kids to compete. We want y'all to grow and do things as a great community, but we want to do it the right way, right? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's a little bit harder, but yeah, like we do certifications. They get the bands for it. Coaches can protest the players at any given time, right? And if that person's not on that submitted roster when we keep it, that's that. It's cut and dry. But let's go back to why we're doing this, right? For the kids. No, people be saying they're having 10th grade kids playing in the 8th grade tournament. No, I totally agree, but this is exactly what it is, man. We're gonna narrow that down as much as possible. Again, bringing us the current season report cards. We're halfway through the year. You have a report card for this kid. Simple as that. Just simple as that. Again, providing that with some form of ID so that we can match A to B. We'll talk about it, man. We'll definitely do that. If they are on, if y'all are registered with the AAU circuit, again, let us know. Bring in your AAU cards. Reminding people forget this. If you've paid for an AAU football membership, that is an annual membership. It's an annual membership. So it doesn't just go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do report cards or school IDs, something that is solidified. I'll always make a way for it, Mika. You know how I am. We'll figure it out. But we will. It will be legit. So the next question that we have, here's the biggest question. Make sure y'all share this to y'all's coaches. I really need the feedback on this. I'm only going to do 4 or 5 divisions.
I think the most divisions that are the most interesting is middle school.
So I got a lot of feedback from that. I was told, Jay, what up, bro? I was told 6th and 7th grade.
Yes.
Make that one division. But I was also told that that's a deal breaker. Right? If you have 6th and 7th grade as one division, so you can combine your team between 7th and 8th grade, right? Obviously, if you have it, you could do an entry-level 9th grade team, and then you could just do an above from that if you wanted the older guys. Or we could focus on things that I like, which are what we should be developing in, right? Maybe 3rd and 4th, right? Then we could do 5th and 6th, 7th and 8th, and then a 9th grade division. But that also depends on how they fill out, right? I got to get at least 5 teams. I'm not against having a girls division, a girls division. I don't care what age group that is. Fill it out, but I need the feedback. So again, I'm a parent when it comes to being at these AAU games and watching things. I watch all the girls, I watch the boys. When I'm at my son's tournament. But at the other side of that is like I don't know what will fill out the most. And it's our first year doing it, so I want to have a good turnout. I think the city's going to turn out either way it goes, right? But I just want to make sure that it's a productive thing. Again, yes, I want everybody to win. Yes, I want to do, everybody have all the good stuff, blah, blah, blah. But I want it to be productive for the basketball folks. So I need y'all's feedback, coaches. If y'all are in here, my boy Callie's been on it. Mika's been in here. Please, please, please give me feedback. I need it. Tell me what y'all want here in the city, what you like, what you don't like. What do y'all see the most besides the age group combining, like you said, 10th grade kids being on 8th grade teams when you travel. Um, I'm not trying to be the guy that's going to steal things from the pack, but I feel like what they do at the pack, we could easily do here. They just have more floors than we do.
They got 6 courts.
Patience, you already know I'm working with that. I'm teamed up, talking with Gorgas. I'm going to see what we can do for the girls softball. See what we can do for youth baseball. We need to bring that back. But yes, Gorgas kind of runs that. The 3FT kind of runs that in our area. I don't step on anybody's toes, but yes. I really would love to do it for all sports, including volleyball. That's my next one. We'll talk about volleyball as we get there. That's a sore subject. That's a sore subject, but yes, volleyball is something I would love to do. I am looking and planning to host a volleyball tournament this year as well. Maybe way smaller than the other ones we've done, but we want to do it. I need to get my hands wrapped around that.
Yes.
So, tell me in the comments what y'all think. Let me know. I am thinking some youth baseball stuff because Patience, just like you, like say in that Belton League, there is tons and tons of little league all stars that we take off and send to Florida and all the things that we do. We have a icon in Waco who has been on TV, been through the Little League World Series, been the star. He knows the atmosphere. I would love to bring that attention to more athletes, and you would be shocked at how many football players are actually good baseball players, how many basketball players are good baseball players. Kassan track, I don't do track, man. I'm gonna tell you what, if all the leaders of track get with me, we can host a warm up regional whatever. It's just so many pieces that go into track. God, there's so many pieces that go into track, and track is a super long day.
Stupid
long day. So again, I'm for our kids in our city, man. I am here for all of our Central Texas kids. If you guys have ideas, but you just don't have facilities or the means or the people to do it, shoot them to us. We're not against it, man. We really want to be able to help. Even if we don't know how to, we know people who can and will. If you just need a facility, we know people who can and will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying they're always going to give it to you, right? And I'm dang sure not saying you're going to use it under my name. But we know the people that can get you in the door, man. I may have an inside court. Yeah, man, we got basketball is so crazy. I got so many people who has hit me up to collab, to do things from, all the way from Robinson to Academy to land passes for basketball. The issue is getting the teams. A lot of these, I'm going to say it because y'all don't like it. A lot of these teams is ignorant. They don't want to play. They feel like they got to be on the circuit.
You know what?
They got to be doing all this to be a part of it.
This is versus Saga 3 rant. Y'all are scared. Y'all are going to lose in front of the city. Stop being scary, please. I'm being serious. This is the God honest truth, and I'm putting y'all on blast. If the circuit does not matter, if you're developing the kids, teaching them how to play defense, not sitting in a 2-3 zone the whole game. Nobody really in the city plays zone other than Harker Heights. Straight up. And I'm saying this based off I've played basketball in Nolan too. They should be playing man-to-man full court defense. Y'all shouldn't be scared. We should have every clean and awesome team in here. It should be crazy amount of teams in here.
Man, hey, Callie, you said this best, bro, and I'm going to leave this up here. Here's the thing. I'll tell y'all from the business aspect at 30,000 feet, right? You can't blame Clean ISD, right? We can't blame Parks and Rec. We cannot blame even some of the private stuff that's around here because they all have given us chances and somebody has ruined it.
Facts.
Whether it was unpaid stuff, right? Whether it was damage to their facilities, the vandalism to their facilities, not taking care of their facilities, not having enough security. We as a whole as a city has burned that, right? And so I totally agree with you. I think that there's something that we could do to build, in the city and pack the house. The problem is that basketball is a few there's more ego in basketball than there is in football.
Because you
But
can't.
what's
you can't
crazy
hide
about
it.
this is that the ego doesn't come from the people that's been in this city. So if you've been in this city, and I'll say this again, I've said this before many of lives. If you've been in this city, if you've been in Central Texas, if you played any form of meaningful basketball, right? You know that you started with a coach on a lower team who probably passed you up to a better team because you didn't deserve to be on that team. He saw your potential. He saw you were better. He had no problem passing you to another team because his team was not built around what your future could be.
Exactly.
And you saw that when you go in and look into, and I hate saying this, man, because I was just part of it, but if you go into Killeen High School and you look at those banners, you'll see it. If you go into Ellison High School and you look at those banners from 2005, 2004, 2003
Bro,
to
they have
2008,
banners from 2000 to 2025.
whatever, you'll see it though. These are
Mhm.
coaches who were in the AAU system who were building kids in the circuit and I say circuit meaning just AAU because there really wasn't a circuit back then, right? But they were building kids to get them to the high school level so they could be efficient. I promise you this: my 9th grade tryout at Ellison High School. Brandon, I came from Virginia and made the team, right? But there wasn't really a tryout. Those coaches knew who you were, what you could do, and they could see were you part of their fit or not.
And as an Ellison, you had to play defense.
That's it.
Inside
So
knowledge.
I'm just saying that because the Killeen High School, big up Trey Nichols, Corey Jefferson, all the guys that we went to play ball with, it was more of this. These guys were great ball players, but it was, Texas D1 ambassadors, Texas ambassadors. There's 3 different levels to that. You had to go from the bottom to get passed up to Coach Max. Right? Nowadays, man, coaches don't like that. They want to keep all the fame on their team. And if they get 3 or 4 guys who got fame, they want to hop on the circuit. True or false?
It's true. And that's
All
the
right, there it
sucky
is.
part about it. Ellison has been to state 3 years in a row.
Not
But the
football.
crazy, not in football, in basketball, excuse me. But the crazy thing is, if y'all look at the records right now from each team, except for Killeen High has been competing at a high level. All other teams right now have a great record going into district play right now.
Yep.
So in both sports, there's crazy amount of talent. But the sucky part about it is there's so many different teams and so many different egos. And I'm saying this as a 17-year-old young man. That's a topic I can't wait to get on. I can't wait to talk about that.
That's next. Give me a second. That's next.
It's just as me being a young man and seeing this from a different perspective now as a coach, it's just sad to see. It's just school ball, Harker Heights right now in 6A, Shoemaker. They play on Saturday. There's no way why that game shouldn't be crazy packed. But even from Drive Nation, Focus, Grindhouse, I'm gonna just give you inside knowledge. Us as Drive Nation, we've sent kids to other Orange just based off what he said.
I mean, the problem is again,
My goodness.
basketball is a different. It's just a different beast. Callan, I'm gonna send you. Actually, I'll just put it in the chat. I don't even care. I'll put it in the chat right now, man.
I like that comment, Coach Carlucci. Definitely.
What?
Development is the main thing. But basketball, you can hide certain things in football that kids can hide and coaches can hide. In basketball, when your kid's getting ripped at half court 5 times in a row because y'all are just practicing street ball moves and not real basketball, you can't hide that.
Yep. Totally
If
agree.
you're not developing what they should be knowing in real basketball,
There's my guy. Yeah. He doesn't. He's terrible. Who's the guy on the right? Am I the guy on the right? No, you're the guy on the right.
me.
Sorry. We care.
If you're not developing them, why they should be playing full court man-to-man defensive pressing. If they don't know how to break a 2-3 zone, if they're not playing street ball, D1 mixtapes, that's the problem. That's the main problem in Central Texas basketball right now. They're not being taught the real basketball knowledge. They're not teaching
all right.
real basketball.
Here we go.
should be.
Let's get real. Hey, y'all gonna hate me for this. Y'all gonna clip me. I know I've been on a couple clips already. I don't even care. Here's the truth, right? Sorry to say this. Y'all can get as mad as y'all want with me. Hey, I've said it before. Check your coach's history.
That too, yeah.
I have been to some of these games. I have seen some of y'all's coaches. I've seen the outcome of y'all games, and I'm like, what are you renting the gym to practice for? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because a lot of these coaches haven't played legit basketball. A lot of these coaches are guys who never made a team. They've never been on their high school teams. They never played. I've never seen you in the circuit traveling. I've never been on the floor with you. We've never. It just translates to what the kids are doing. Kids listen, especially when they get beat. They get tired of getting beat.
Very tired.
So
there's a certain way. If you're losing a certain way, especially.
So just question your coaches, man. I said it in football. If you're paying all this money and they're not telling you where the money's going to, what it's about, what is it for, stop paying them. Stop paying them. So same thing for these coaches. I love them to death. But the coaches, I will tell you this, as a father of this, and a coach and someone who loves all this stuff, right? I go around to these gyms and I chop it up with everybody. I don't care if it's Matt Addison, right? I don't care if it's Coach Walt. I don't care if it's Khaled. I don't care about the teams, the brands. When I see people out here giving kids work, right, I applaud them. Period. Because I can see that there's some type of quality work that's going to the kid. I totally agree with that. But I'm trying to tell a lot of y'all, man, stop blaming the kids, because if you watch the game, that kid wasn't playing defense in the first quarter. Why would you expect those kids to play defense in the fourth quarter? I hope that y'all understand that these high school coaches and even some of these middle school coaches now, they're here. They're watching them. They're watching them. But let's be real. A lot of these guys are just like the same people we see on the football field. They are volunteering their time to be a part of something so that the kids have an opportunity. So you can't blame the art teacher. You can't blame the art teacher for not knowing 2-3 zone. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if the art teacher didn't step up, you wouldn't have a B team.
Big facts.
So take your advantages in your league, like the clean. KPR has a great league, right? Harger Heights has a great league. City of Harger Heights has a great league.
YMCA
Before you get into travel ball, y'all are watering this travel ball thing down. AAU basketball is just soft. It's just bad. I'm going to keep it a buck. Some of those kids I see in AAU basketball need to be stay in the Killeen Parks and Rec League. And it's most of y'all's parents' fault because y'all don't want to commit to getting that kid better. Y'all just want him to play with his friends. That's cool. It's $40 at the KPR. You don't got to pay $250. You know what I'm saying? $300, $400.
You should be going to Gassos when these kids get into high school. If y'all don't know, the Gassos is probably the biggest, I would say, in Texas high school non-circuit wise. The competition in those tournaments nowadays are through the roof.
Yeah,
I'm speaking that experience because I've played in those type of environments. I've had college coaches sit right in front of me. They left, but they sat right there.
I want to bring this up to you, right? I'm going to give props for props to do. I talked with Coach Lemons, who is the AD at Union Grove, right? Mm-hmm. And I understand that, finding coaches and putting them in the best spots and blah, blah, blah is essential, right? Because, again, coaches, they need participation to be in there. Mm-hmm. But it starts from the top, right? Having that communication and talking to coaches or whatever. Coaches don't want to talk to parents because they get yelled at all the damn time.
Yeah.
Why my kid didn't play? Why this, and this, right? And then when we get tired of yelling, what do? We take the kids, we say screw school basketball, and we take them and we put them in the AAU team. Mm-hmm. So, you can't really get mad at the coach because you got to understand, that coach is up at 6 a.m., still taking time away from his family, doing everything like that, just so some of those kids get an opportunity to play. And then you got three of the 12 guys on the team play travel ball, and then they start overcoaching the coach. So you get one kid who's trying to coach and lead on the team, right? And you got 8 kids who don't want to listen to him because you just a coach like us. I mean, you just a kid like us. Mm-hmm. It is what it is, bro. Just keeping it real. All right.
That was a big rant. I see y'all already.
Shut up, Cart. Look, you stay down there. All right, we're gonna get to this in a second. But anyways,
Y'all already talking. Woo! I can't wait for that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, man. So, anyways, basketball guys, hit me up. If you have not joined our forum, do we have a? Oh man, I thought I had. I have a forum for the basketball people. It is called, what is it? I'm gonna put the link to the page or to the group in here. Cal, I got you. I heard you just pop in here. If y'all are not following this,
Coach Trey, you're just in time.
Coach Trey, we'll get in. Let me get Cal. Oh, there's soccer 2 times. You.
Hey,
I can't hear him.
You can't hear?
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You can't hear? Oh, Junior's deaf. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
I'm in the middle of doing some actual work before I go back to work tomorrow. I got the most blasphemous text. I guess y'all were talking about basketball. No, it wasn't about Junior. Listen, bro, just because your kid won the rec championship, don't hop your ass on this live talking about you're a basketball expert. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, like, bro,
I hear you.
listen. There's a bunch of good groups doing a bunch of good things. I like what my guy Aunt Rod is doing over there with the 29 kids. Focus has got a good group over there. United's got a good group. Drive's got a great younger group or groups. Triple Threat got that 2029 group. Like, man,
That
bro,
group. Yeah.
come
Yeah.
on, man, bro. Yeah, just
But
hoop.
let's be honest.
Tell
Let's
your
be
kids
honest.
to hoop. Tell
Well,
your
here's my
kids to
point.
hoop. Work out
So,
every day. Work out every day. If you're not
Bert,
getting the playing time you want in school, work out every day.
well,
I could give two shits if you won the rec championship. Okay.
I got a question then. If we got all of that, right, and you say that all these are so guys are outstanding, right, United Elite, whatever they are, why is it so hard for us to put a 5-team tournament together?
Because okay, listen. Okay, let's get behind it. Shout out to the people from Waco. Shout out the Gators. Shout out to the
I want to hear
Kings.
what he said.
Uh,
No.
we talk about a tournament, then people are already trying to sign up. They don't even know what age groups we got. They're trying to give us money. And Colleen, I'll just tell you the truth. As somebody who ain't really had like real life, let's fight beef in the basketball world, the teams don't want to play each other. You know why? This is facts. And people can dispute it all they want. This is facts. They don't want to play each other. You know why? Because there's some people who aren't doing a good job. And if they get smoked locally, the parents wake up and be like, "Oh man, what the hell are we doing over here?" That's why. Instead of just playing and getting reps, these kids play school ball anyway together. Together, as much as y'all try to separate them, they end up playing together anyway. And then the hard part is because you've kept them from actually playing competition and competing. They get to high school, and the first time they're asked to compete, their ass don't compete. And then your parent is up at the school saying, "Why isn't my kid in the game?" No, no, go back to the summer when you were with that org that never wanted to do anything, and y'all went down to Buddha and won a bunch of rings and smiled and said, "Hey, look at us," but you're actually not developing. That's
Facts.
why. That's why. They
No,
don't want to play each other.
that's true. No, that's truth, man. They gotta live with the real, as they say, right? They gotta live with the real. But anyways, hey, I put the link in the chat. So there's a group out there, right there. If y'all can see, I don't even know if I can pin this comment. Um, I don't know how to pin it if I can. But anyways, there's a link right there. There's a group, Central Texas basketball group, for the coaches of Central Texas basketball. Again, I would love. I would love to be at every. We could put this together. Let's
Well,
just help
hey,
our coaches.
and there's
Let's help our
scammers out
city,
here.
right?
There's scammers out here. There's scammers. When other parents start talking and they sit down with each other, "Hey girl, what did you do? Hey girl, how much did you pay?" And they realize the org they're with is a scam,
Fact.
then
Check
the
it.
coach
I
gets
said that.
mad.
So again, I'm just telling y'all, man. If you're putting money towards something and you're not getting the results you want, check your receipts. Just it. Just check your receipts. Stop. You as the parent have the chance to stop at any given time. And I'm not talking bad about any org, right? I'm just telling y'all the real. You can stop.
It happens everywhere. This ain't no shot. This ain't
This
no
ain't no shot.
underlying shot. It happens in Waco.
Telling
It
the
happens in
real.
Killeen. It happens in Temple. That's not a shot. It's the truth.
Yeah, that's fact. Hey, anyways, we got some stuff popping, man. We're trying to build this AAU basketball tournament. Y'all get with me. Again, 4 divisions. 4 divisions. I need a minimum of 5 teams. We get it. We're gonna make it happen. I promise you this. I will promise you this. If we can make this happen, I will reach out to every middle school coach and every high school coach, basketball coach, and I will try to get them there at this event.
Most of them were already going to be there.
They're already going to be there anyway. But I will try my best to get them out there so that they can see the kids that will be coming to their divisions, that be coming to their school, that they can talk to them. They can tell the parents that they want to have a conversation about what's to expect. What do we do at this zone, right? If you're in Harker Heights and you run a 2-3, 3-2, you know what I'm saying, ISO zone type of stuff, this is what to expect, right? If we're man-to-man, full court press, Ellison hardcore basketball defense type of people, we're going to tell you that. But we got to get the kids in the best spot to do it. And we got to drop this ego. We got to drop our talent. You know what I'm saying? We got to drop our egos, not drop our talent, but get these kids in the best spot. And again, everybody cannot start at the circuit level. Coaches, we got to start doing a better job of applauding coaches that gave you kids because that kid was better than the level that they're coaching. I promise you there's no hate in that. In the basketball aura, you will get more recognition for doing that than you do trying to harbor kids. Because everybody asks a basketball kid, where did that kid come from? Where did he start at? No one asks about that in football. No one gives. They don't care if you played 6U for the Wildcats. No one cares about that, right? I'm telling you, in basketball, they want to know where you come from. And it's a great honor to be a coach that says, hey, I passed this kid on because, you know, I had 2 kids that were just above my level, and I thought I developed them to where the best I could, and they need to be at the next level with the circuit coach or somebody that played legit ball, overseas, professional, whatever. All right. So that's that, man. Don't nobody worry about Cosley. We don't even care about him. But we do care about Cosley.
We booted him to field 3, FYI.
Yeah, Cosley will forever be on field 3 from here on out.
Now,
all right, let's get to the topic conversation. So let me show him the. Let's see if we can at least show him the image file. I
posted this because this is a real big topic. So the criteria is from each age group, what is the best team on this list? This is very interesting. I think the 12v1 is by a mile that 2020 Killeen Coach Chiefs team. It's not even close on that. That's Coach Enrique. That's Coach Smoot. And their closest game was against Waco Southern Panthers, who was on that team. London Smith, Devontre Kirkland, all kids who are going to D1 right now.
All right.
And that was a 36-6 game, by the way.
Where? Which game again?
Right there when they won.
Yeah. So
that was during the regular season, and they dominated that game, 55-12 in the championship game.
Totally agree. In the manner of, I don't remember all these kids, all these age groups, especially once it gets past the 2017. I can't remember back that far. So there's a couple kids on this thing that stand out to me. There's a couple groups on here that stand out to me. And I say this biasly, right? Because though I may not like the team, I love the people. Mm-hmm. I love their coaches, right? I love the coaches that they had going through, you know, to get where they were. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to start from the top. And my first one is going to be the 2023 year, all right? And the 13U Killeen Coach Chiefs, right? They got their bounce back from the year before, right? That they lost to the Junior Grey Wolves in 12U. So looking at the personnel on that team, looking at the coach, Coach Trey, what he put people through and, you know, how he developed those kids. Almost all of those kids are, as sophomores, either starters on their varsity team or on their varsity roster. So I'm going to give him props where props are due. I'm going to go back another year to the 2022 year, and I'm going to go to that Grey Wolves 12U team.
Those two teams right there. Bro.
I don't even care about as much about the roster, even though they had a great depth in roster, right? The grit of those kids. Again, been dealing with those kids for a long time.
I want to tell y'all the story of that team. That game of the week 1, 12U Chiefs, Coach Trey versus Coach Justin and them. Mm-hmm. That game and that atmosphere will never be created again.
I don't know. I think that's still chasing
that game. I don't know.
I don't know. That's still chasing the lollipop game.
No.
Soccer 2 Time. What you think? That 12U game or the lollipop game?
The lollipop game was there, but just by the sheer number, that whole day. Maybe not so much the 6U game or the 10U game because they were blowouts, but the 8U and the 12U games, I haven't seen people come from Temple, Waco, Belton, Austin.
I've never seen Ellis in that pack before.
Yeah.
People in the neighborhood were asking what's happening.
What's going on? Yeah. What's going on? Right. And then my last pick is not just my pick because I got a lot of teams and things on this thing I can talk about. Kids, groups of coaches, right? But the one that means the most to me, and I mean this, I say, from this day post AAU, right, is the 2021 Waco Southern 12U. The ones that beat the Chiefs from the sweep.
38
with Savoy
seconds.
Nichols, you know what I'm saying? With Savoy. I mean, bro, that team is resilient. And if you look at the roster of that team, again, most of them in Waco, at university. All of them are getting Division I looks, if not Division II looks, and really high ranked as juniors now.
The criteria I think this is based off is how well they dominated during that season as a whole. Did they get upset by a team they wasn't supposed to? Strength of schedule and how deep the roster was.
I ain't even going in there. I ain't going into all that. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you dominate, I don't care if you really lost it. I mean, winning the championship matters. Don't get me wrong, it matters. Right, especially in this stat. We're talking about championship teams that won. But there were some good teams that lost. There were some good teams that lost too. I mean, let's not take I hate to say it like, oh, they're a second place team. Right? Yeah, they're the second place team, but there were still some really good teams that lost. But if we're talking out of the champions, right? Out of the champions, there's some really good. I mean, think about the Ghost run. Right,
yeah.
The kids
that's my 6.
And we can say, I say Ghost run, so we're not even going to talk about the years, right? We're just going to talk about the span of years that Ghost did this stuff. Like those were kids that, if you looked at them in week 1, you would have never thought that they were going to be in the championship game. But Ghost figured that out.
Ooh, that's a sleeper. I don't know if it was the best environment, but I was at that 12U game because that environment was up there too. That was the first time they played each other. That's a sleeper too.
AUG, I mean, 2023, AU Junior Jags.
That's a good story too.
My boy MJ, like, dog, that was a team. That was a resilient team.
Where's Coach Carr at? I want.
hey, Coach Carr,
he'll give him his flowers.
He'll give him his flowers. Dermo give him the flowers too. Like it was a hell of a
game.
Right, it's a hell of a game, hell of a turn.
Right. Oh, and we got to bring this up. The run Coach Monster was on too.
I mean, since the Gators technically has become right, their 10U. What was that? That was 10U team when he started. This was the first year 10U team when he started, if I'm not mistaken. But again, you got to think about it. Those guys. They had to build an identity.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think they really set the standard.
I'm gonna say this, but I'm probably gonna say it wrong, and the chat's probably gonna kick my butt for it, right? But let's go back before the Gators, right? There was the Waco Dogs.
I think so, yes.
And the Modocs, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Don't know the combination of those and the people and how that came about, but let's just keep it a buck, right? Gators started something against a dominant franchise on the other side of town, per se, and they still found a way to put pieces together and became a really high caliber team extremely quick.
People don't know the Gators have been an org for a very long time.
I agree, but we're talking about AAU, right? We can only talk about what we know.
Yeah.
We can only talk about what we know. I don't want to talk about something. I can't talk about the Gators and what they did in other leagues and who they were and I don't know them. I've only known them from when we've seen them. So that's what I'm trying to get at. It's like, I don't know. Trey said the 12U Chiefs versus Grey Wolves 22 was the best environment. I picked from the hey. Again, I wish we could recreate this kind of stuff, but you got to go back to it, Trey. We've talked about this. Those coaches, those parents, those people don't exist. We're dealing with a new culture of parents and people and things, right? And if it's truth be told, if the spotlight ain't on them, they don't want no part of it. Just being honest, right? If the spotlight ain't on them, they don't want no part of it. That was a game where everybody and their mama wanted to see it. They knew the tension in that game. They knew the rivalry of that game.
If y'all see what happened before the coin toss, y'all know.
Well, you know another thing too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Another game that's underrated when we talk about numbers was the first year or the second year that the Gators and Southern played.
Oh,
that 12U game.
Yes. I think
when we talk about the catch.
That holding call.
The holding call and the catch.
Yeah, buddy.
That game had numbers and that stadium was bigger.
That game was insane too. There's a lot of sleepers on.
2 times am I wrong about that one? That game, we were shocked in the booth, looking down like, oh my God, we got that many people come out here for this.
There's a couple teams I look at. That back-to-back 6U team with Ghost, when they had lost some star players on flag, and they thought, oh, they're not going to win it this year, and out pops Austin Malone out of nowhere. And then out pops, some of these linemen that they're just pushing over. And that 6U game, to me, was probably still the best 6U championship game I've ever seen. It came down literally to the final seconds. The run that Monster's on, those 10U Gator teams, to win it at the bottom of the age group and the top of the age group is hard to do. The 12U Chiefs from 2020, I think there might be an argument there. That atmosphere was jumping in the regular season, but that 12U team with Enrique and them, it was truly unfair. Honestly, they didn't. I don't think nobody had nothing that could do anything with them. Just the smart minds that was on that staff and the players that they had, bro. When they added them Austin kids, it was done with. Yeah, them. Who? Yeah, so the 10U Gators. Matter of fact, the 12U Gators last year with the upset.
But I'm not gonna lie, I think that's the best game I've watched.
Yeah, with the upset.
12U Gators versus Chiefs 2024. If you watch that game
with the upset, yeah, that with the upset. There's a couple that you can go all the way back, but we can't. Obviously, you got to talk about 2019 when the Panthers hit the 4-for-4. But if you go anything past that, the depth in the league is not the same. The Wranglers 10U team, obviously, doing what they did. The 8U.
I gotta be honest. Last year's, Burke, you showed up to that game. I think it was last year, 2024, when we did the season opener for the Wranglers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Down in Austin. And against the Chiefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty decent show out in game. And Ms. Pickens, you're absolutely right? We told y'all, and we apologized for this 2 years ago, pretty much because our kids went into high school, and we knew that our time was going to be, substituted and kind of distracted because we were going to do family stuff, right? But this is true. Parents just show up to bring their kids to the game. There is no excitement in the stands. If you actually just go as a parent and sit in the stands and listen, there's more complaints in the stands than there is excitement for the game.
It's twofold. It starts with the org first. I've probably seen the most fighting on the sidelines this year.
In the last 2 years.
Across the board, from Killeen to Temple to Waco. And like you said, just the downright. Now, the Panthers still got a crowd that will get loud. We heard them at the Holiday Bowl. The Gators, too, when they're at home. But overall, it's not the same. You could hear the roar of the crowd at these bigger games. Vipers, Longhorns back in the day.
Ooh.
Every time there was a play, you could hear the roar of the crowd. Either way,
Yeah, yeah. Again, it's just about the atmosphere that like you say, that we
Home
provide.
field advantages ain't a thing no more.
It's not,
Mm-mm.
and this is why the Gators and Waco Southern can travel so well, right? It's simple as that. There's no such thing as a home field advantage anymore. I remember games where I would come out there when I first started streaming, and I had grandparents out there just cheer. They didn't even know who they were cheering for. They were just asking me about what color's the team this, so that we can, our
Yeah.
grandbaby. It's not that anymore. You don't get it, man. The
Many
atmosphere's
people
not
were
there.
scared to go to Ellison because you would hear this 24/7. Waco, both the Waco teams would be lit. We have it. I don't know what the best environment was this year. To be honest with you,
I wasn't at many of them, so I can't.
I don't
say
think.
that.
I don't
I
think.
think the Gators are always a vibe.
I think the best
Um,
environment this year was the AU championship.
Yeah, I think the Gators
think
are
that's
always
the
a
only
vibe. As much as I hate to say it, Chiefs are always a vibe. They always show up and show out. Southern's always going to show up and show out, win, lose, or draw, right? But outside of those three, and I want to call them dominant teams, I just don't think that there's much sway in it anymore. And I say that the Wranglers were a vibe, right?
Yeah.
But they weren't in. They obviously weren't in us with us this year. I actually heard some good stuff about Unity 6U and stuff being a vibe, but it wasn't the
Yes.
entire org, right?
Mhm.
So it's like, guys, we got to get back to just bringing that atmosphere, right? Just bringing that atmosphere to everybody. But I hate, yes, Rich. God, I mean, look, everybody knows that.
Listen, people. Were
I love the
terrified.
kids. I hate the Chiefs.
People were
Everybody knows that.
People hated hearing that tomahawk chop from 2020
I
to
still hate it.
2024. People can't stand it.
I still hate it now.
And you let them do it during the holiday.
I did let them do it during the holiday, but you know what? It's about the kids.
Yeah,
And it's
right.
about the atmosphere, and those kids needed to be cheered on. But for all the people over the age of 16, I hated it. I hated them. I hated everybody about it. But no, I mean, I love that they come out and support their kids in 40-something degree weather. Period. Coach Trey and all, his team and his staff. I mean, granted, most of those guys are over here anyway, but I like them as people, right? Before they're coaches, I wish they went coach at a better team. I wish that they would get away from the logo. But no, they're good people. So
One thing I do want to bring up, I don't think that 4-for-4 would ever be created. Chiefs came. I want y'all from 2020 to 2022. The Chiefs had a chance to do it, they just couldn't bring it in. I don't think that 4-for-4 will ever happen.
Man, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you what. Here's my bold prediction. Bold prediction.
I want y'all to clip this.
If there's another team who could possibly get it right, the 4-for-4. Obviously, I think the Chiefs always have a great opportunity, chance to do that. But scratch them. I think it could be the Gators. I think the Gators could go 4-for-4. The one thing I think I've learned about the Gators and their coaches and their families and everything is that they learn every year. They take every loss as a lesson, right? And whether it's a bad call, whether it's how to react to the call, whether it's changing the plays mid-game, right? Whether it's getting the right personnel on the sideline, I think that they have done a great job of adapting that. The Chiefs have just been extremely unlucky. They have had plenty of years that they could have went 4-for-4. And I hate to throw Trey under the bus right here. But yeah. He ruined that. No, but I mean, either way that went. Like it could have. I say that based off of the AU lost to, so it's not really his fault, right?
Yeah.
The sweep was gone. But I'm just saying, like there was times that these things could have happened, and they could have been, what it was. And trust and believe, if Trey ever gets another trophy, he's gonna bring it in my damn house. I've been waiting. It's hard to call the police on the police, though.
Yeah,
that's the problem. That's the problem. I think that's what it is. It's hard to call the police on. That's what it is. But yeah, man. No, other than that, look, I think the two teams that were capable of doing it were obviously Southern did it already, so let's not count them. But the Chiefs and the Gators. Everybody else is just hard to find consistency in all
four.
But
let's not say like that. That's just not super easy to do either. Doing a 4-for-4 now is extremely hard.
Extremely hard. I honestly, all right, here's a bold prediction, right? If they got a little bit more aggressive in recruiting, right? But they're a family-based team, so let's keep it a buckler. If they were a little bit more aggressive in recruiting, I think that with the staff and the discipline, the Hawkeyes Junior Knights could be. But here's the thing about the Hawkeyes Junior Knights. They are a family-oriented, right, community team.
Mhm.
They do not go out and aggressively recruit, right? You sign up, you get in, you're coached, and you're taught to play, whether you're good talent or not. I think everybody gets their reps, right? They're not like little Johnny who signed up and did never get on the field and didn't get to touch anything. And then also the same way for the Falcons. Falcons have a great thing going in their org. I've been saying it from the jump. I told Steven, I think the first year he did it, you got about 2 years to go get something winning, and you're going to start losing parents, right? Because in this atmosphere, though you're doing an amazing job for kids, you're doing an amazing job for coaches and everything like that, they're leaving. They're going to leave you, right? Who benefits from stuff like that? I think the Grey Wolves benefit from stuff like that because the Grey Wolves have a lot of overall good stuff. They're just missing small pieces. Just missing small pieces. And those people that leave those teams go to there, places like that. So it's also our era. We live in a win now type of era. Like, the hell with development. I want to go win now. I've said that 1,000 times.
I just, if y'all don't know, that 2022 year, that atmosphere was like that the whole entire day leading up to the 12U game. The 8U game was just as bad.
It's funny. I just said something about Enrique. Because I could not remember the year of his 8 and 10 year that he coached in that same team that went all the way through and even won unrestricted nationals that year. Enrique, what year was that?
Restricted national.
Enrique, what year was that when you just, I mean, even just had an amazing unrestricted internationals year. I think that was a 10-year year for us. But he's also had, I mean, Enrique's had 8U showcase, you know what I'm saying? Wins
He had
and
a
stuff like
92.
that. Yeah, so he just said that exactly right in the comments right here. We bought Colleen on the road. Ain't seen Colleen travel like that ever
That was the
since.
first time with my eyes I've seen
Big
the
fact.
Chiefs play.
Yep. But yeah, man, no, other than that, like, guys, we got to bring this atmosphere back to the kids. Everybody wants to talk about football. We want to talk about all the things, the greatest, the past championships. I'll tell you what, and I mean this from the bottom of my soul. Since 2022, it has been a dying breed.
Yeah.
It has been a dying breed.
2023 was
No, 2022 was a great year, and it was still putting up numbers. 23, 24, now 25 has been a dying breed in that year. It's not fun most of the day, right? There's no energy in there. We obviously have tried to live stream and do all the things that we can. The simple fact is this: people aren't supporting their kids. People aren't bringing positive vibes and energy to these stadiums, right? Do you understand when we was at Belden High School? Let's go to the 2022 year, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the freezing cold. Do you understand the environment that they would have had if we could have had that at Hutto Stadium? Like,
imagine if it wasn't raining.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
bro, that would have been nuts.
December of 2020. I told you it was in that 2020 year.
Mm-hmm.
That man, Enrique, from the beginning of that year, Coach Enrique, from the beginning of that year, had an amazing staff, an amazing team. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Enrique, I ain't trying to, what the kids call it, blaze or whatever it is that they say. But you go back to what Enrique did for that. He had an amazing season.
Mm-hmm.
He had an amazing unrestricted season. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the same year, or if not the year before, that we went down to Showcase and had another amazing year.
Yeah.
So the proof's in the pudding. If you can get the right people and put the right people in great spots, you'll get product. But it's dead. This is why Showcase is dying. This is why FBU is dying, right? Outside of the marketing and things like that. Like, we have to figure out a way to get people in position and bring the hype back to youth football.
I think,
period.
We woke it just a little bit up more because 2024 was a really rough year. I'm not gonna lie to you. 2025, we brought a couple game of the weeks back, but
yeah, I know that was worth it. It was worth me posting that. That was worth me putting that on there.
But me and Saga One have really been talking about it, and I have an idea that I haven't even told him now, and I'm telling y'all. We really want to get back to weekly game of the weeks next season. We really do. But The only quote unquote environment we kind of had for good game of the weeks this year was maybe Gators Pack. And that was just me. We didn't really get to stream that. I think if we can get a good night game, we got to get Waco versus Waco back this year. Chiefs Pack has always been a good environment. Let's get a good night game and let's try to get this environment back.
I'm gonna say this, Mr. Pickens. This pisses me off. This pisses me off. I'm gonna keep it a buck because I'm so glad that you did this for the Typhus side of it, and y'all were traveling up and down the road and all that kind of good stuff. Oh no, that was probably the KJ era when they were traveling with Texas sports. But I know that it's there. I'm gonna move my camera a little bit. I know that the energy and the atmosphere is there. The problem I have is that people don't bring that with them in our area. People go to Dallas, they go to San Antonio, and they turn up. I see it. I'm watching the lives. I get the comments from, what I mean? The one thing y'all can't understand is that people know who you are and they know where you're from. There's streamers all the way up 35, right? The big ones in Dallas, the ones down in Houston. We all talk. We talk. They will message us. They'll tell us, hey, man, I saw a team and da-da-da-da. Because they're looking for these kind of teams. They're looking for these people. The problem I have is we don't act like that in our own town. And that has been dead since 2022. The last 3 years, we have not had that same hype. As the people in the comments have alluded to, if you go back to that Chiefs and Grey Wolves game, the atmosphere was absolutely. If y'all want to go on there, go back and look at the Lollipop game. This is a flag game. This is a flag game on our YouTube, right?
That was really what jump-started this.
Go look at the atmosphere there, and you tell me anywhere in the last 3 years, have you seen any of that kind of atmosphere here? That's what I want y'all to understand, man. So it hurts my soul when you talk about that kind of stuff because it's like, yes, we definitely could have done that.
These are things they're going to remember. That 2028 group is going to remember that for the
and
rest of their life.
I say the only reason I didn't mention that group is because that 11U team was the Texas sports team, right?
But you can bring up the 10U and 12U year.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like that 11U team was the Texas sports team, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, no one talks about the Jets either.
Yeah. That 13U Jets team.
13U Jets team, the 11U Jets team. I mean, we had some dominant players and dominant schedules. Straight up.
A flag game, too.
And that was a flag game. Cole, that's what I'm trying to tell people. That was a flag game.
Way past their bedtime, yes.
That's a flag game at night. We've been searching that atmosphere since then.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't even go that far. We didn't even go back to, I'm going to be honest with you, Enrique, the only reason I never went back that far, right? Obviously, my son played with the Clean Patriots when he first started doing this stuff, right?
Clean Cowboy right here.
But I didn't go back that far because I hate talking on stuff I don't have. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't there to experience.
That's when really
I can tell you all the stories I've heard about the Clean Cowboys and even the Junior Roos. We can go back to the stuff we talked about with the Junior Roos. But I don't go, you know what I'm saying? I don't go that far because I wasn't. As a matter of fact, when we were Patriots, I think our first year with the Patriots, or maybe our second year. Well, first year, yeah, we were with Typhus still. We hadn't even made we didn't even make the transition over to AAU yet. They were still with Typhus.
But that's when football was like top tier, I'm not gonna lie.
Kmart, that 12U Jets team was that's what I'm saying. Like we could talk about that and we could go down the lineup and we could talk even with the Jets team, right? We could talk about the guys that are just started graduating, right? I'm gonna give big ups to my boy Ross. Like Ross is graduating this year. I remember when I first saw Ross.
Ooh, Raptors.
In his prime, in his young guy. I say in his prime, he's still in his prime. But like, you know what I'm saying? In his young phase, what he could do on the road as an undersized back, I was like, good Lord. We can talk about that all day long. Yeah,
Raptors.
Yeah, even the Raptors. Hey, I'm going to give my guy a shout out because everybody, I always talk about the Raptors, right? People already know my boy Tyler Reed, right? Tyler Reed. Where did Tyler Reed start off at?
Where did RJ
and
Tyler Reed
and all of them start at? Clean Raptors. And I noticed talent from that. I mean, we beat the dog crap out of them. But I noticed the kids, right? These are the things that we forget as a city, right? It's like it wasn't about that. Hey, Kendrick had a good developmental entry level program. Did he win everything? No. But you look at a lot of the stars on these winning teams, and look at where they started at. So did the Wildcats, as much as I hate to say it about Costley's team. All right? So did the Wildcats.
That 12U team
Like
That 12U team with the Wildcats was
Yep.
pretty good too when they lost to the Waco Southern.
there's no rivalries in it. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Outside of the Heights Shoemaker game, the Colleen Ellison game ain't even as dope as it is anymore.
Yeah.
The Colleen Ellison game when I was in high school here, bro, used to shut the city down. I remember parents having to wait outside the gate of Leo Buckley on the backside, right behind the
They had to
scoreboard.
put extra bleachers according to my dad.
I remember when they used to have to we can't let nobody in.
And the crazy thing about Shoemaker Heights, there was people there, but it was so quiet the whole game.
Yeah. So this is what we're trying to bring back, guys. I know we can talk to the 30, 40 people that are in here. Like this is what we were trying to bring back is that these kids thrive off of not just the social media, the internet, that we've gotten so lost in today's world about highlight reels, social media, that we have stopped showing up for kids. We have simply just stopped showing up for kids, right? I've had a kid, I'm going to save his name, but he forgot what the atmosphere was like because from his 7th grade year to his 10th grade year now, he forgot what it felt like to have people cheering like that. That's where we're hurting at. You got kids that don't get attention at home. They play football and they do it every season just so they can get out of the house and do, not have to worry about the fights and blah, 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 blah. They want to go out there and hang out with their friends, have fun, play ball, and get cheered on. And we've taken that away. So I just want y'all to know the real on this subject, man. Our city is crazy. Our city is crazy because of the fact that we have stopped cheering our kids on, right? We take it personal, and now we blame refs for wins and losses instead of development and coaches. Mm-hmm. And we have demanded that from your point of view, parents' point of view, that their kids need to be on the floor or on the field. There's no more earning it. They need to be on it. We paid, need to be on it. So y'all can take my stuff how you want it, man. I'm sorry, but let's figure out how we can, going into the 2026 season, how we can bring football back. Because we've had 3 terrible years. Terrible years of good kids and good football, terrible environments. Oh, no.
100%.
Enrique, listen, I want to keep it a buck with you. We've done this, right? It starts with the parents.
Starts out home.
I can't, but you can never, again, you can, but you can't. You can never blame a volunteer coach, right? Because he's already doing more than the parents do. He's already doing more than the parents doing. Parents sign up, pay a registration fee. You get to sit back and judge, laugh, and clown, right? That coach probably paying for kids, paying for his own equipment or nothing to do there, trying to find people that can match his energy and on the sidelines and please everybody. It starts with the parents. You find an appreciation parent, you find an appreciative parent, you usually find yourself a good one. When the hell wins the losses, right? I'll say it. Waco Southern didn't win everything this year. Every time they showed up, they bought out your ball or your concession stands.
I think this is the first time in years they haven't had a team in the championship.
It's true. But guess what? Waco Southern still pulled great numbers.
Great, insanely good numbers.
So find parents to support. They don't want to compete anymore. That's true. But why don't they want to compete anymore? There's an environment that somebody has said, in a culture that says, hey, you no longer need to compete. You can just you track your own stats.
Yeah.
I just never tracked my own stats. I never did. I told my son I would do it for him because no one ever did that for me. But you know what? I didn't care about tracking my own stats. I went out there. I knew I competed. I knew I played a great game.
And it's not like it can't be done. If y'all watch YNC, I know that's a national level, but if y'all see how lit YNC was, you can see why we're saying.
I'm not even going to go that far, man. If you go to Texas sports.
That too.
We've been to Texas sports as the Jets, and we have swept, if not beat some certain teams, we've beat them. We just straight out swept them. But you go to the environment that was provided for those games. 29 Elite to tell you the same thing. Mm-hmm. Right? You just go to the environment that was provided for those games. Bert Sakatu said it best, and I'm not shooting no shots. But if you look at the environment that Texas sports brings, from live streaming, the media that they do, the DJs at their games, they're killing everybody else. They're killing everybody else. Period.
Straight up.
They're killing it, man. So on top of that, with winning, right? If you are a winning team, if you talk about these championship teams, you bring that environment, you bring a winning team. That's how you get a 2019 4-for-4. That's how you get the 2019. It's not always just about the wins and losses. Sometimes it's about the environment. That's
Everybody wants to win.
That's
It's
very. I say that to say this. Hey, big ups to Coach Trey. Saga 1 has officially decided. I am going to jump on the 10U showcase team with Coach Trey, Coach Jomo, and we're gonna kill it. We're gonna bring that environment. We're gonna go ahead and get the best of the best kids. So June 3rd and 4th, please bring your kids back out. Bring everybody out. We're gonna that 10U group. I can't speak for anybody else. I'm gonna tell you what, that 10U group will be a legit showcase team. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna fundraise. We're gonna party, win, lose, or draw, right? But we're gonna go down there and we're going to compete. With my boy, hey, we are going to go down there and we're going to compete. I'm going to support all the other age groups. I'm telling you right now, that 10U group that comes with Coach Trey, that's going to come with Coach Jermo and all these guys, we're going to bond a blended team of coaches that were dominant in 10U. We're going to figure it out. We're going to work together, right? And we're going to go down there and try to dominate 10U. Period. I did tell my wife. She don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I'm not trying to hear her. I don't listen to her. All right? I'm not trying to hear that. I'm going to put her on here, though, just because y'all got to see what I got to deal with. See that face? Y'all see that right there? That's what I got to do. I promise you, man. So I'm jumping back down. We're going to go to the 10U level. And we're gonna try to revamp this thing, man. We're going to start it in showcase. Parents, I don't care about your – yes, we got a quick turnaround about money and all that kind of good stuff. If you come out here and you provide and you do the right thing as parents, and obviously if your kid's at a competitive level, we're going to make it happen. Coach Trey, put something in the chat. Coach Dermo, if I got something more to say in this, but get your kids to the showcase this year. We're going to revamp this. We're going to change how we do this. We're going to try to get kids with kids. We don't care about logos. We want to get the best of the best on the field. Period. And it's going to start here. And then you can take it back to your team. The 8U showcase is going to be lit. I actually heard a lot of good things about the 8U. Right? We're going to make this thing happen this year, man. So
make sure y'all bring those 12U kids out too.
Bring them. Bring everybody. Bring everybody out. Please. I want y'all to understand this. I want y'all to know this. We love y'all. We want to get back to these atmospheres. We want to put Central Texas back on the map. We're going to do that, not just with the Holiday Bowl. We're going to do it with basketball. We're going to get to volleyball. We're going to do it in baseball. We are going to do it in Showcase. Showcase is in February. I don't have a flyer up, but if you go follow the page, please, if y'all don't know what the page is, actually, you're watching it. Just click on the page, click the follow, exclamation notify in the chat. Where my people's at? I don't know if I got any admins in here. Notify. Space. All right. Do exclamation notify. Forget the K. Just do exclamation notify in the chat. It'll get you all the information that you need to do. But yeah, please come out the showcase. And if you come out the showcase, whoever was on your kid's team and they were just as equal to, if not the other best kid on the team, bring him out. Bring him out. We're already going to sponsor a handful of kids. Saga's going to sponsor a handful of kids because we know there's some kids that are talented, that cannot play, that can't afford it. If they're willing to put up the work to help fundraise, we're willing to help cover some of the difference that they can do. All right? Not saying we're going to do it for everybody team, but we're going to definitely get there. We can talk FBU. I was actually going to go about 10 more minutes, man. We can talk FBU. Here's my only thing with FBU, right? I know a lot of people don't know it, and I know a lot of people don't understand it.
That's right.
Awesome. But the truth of the matter is this. FBU is not marketed enough locally. It is marketed on a national platform extremely well. But locally, it's not marketed. I spoke with guys in the DFW area, DFW West. I kind of had this conversation before I spoke up, about this. I think I've even talked with KJ about this, if I'm not mistaken. We got to do a better job, and this is Saga's part 2. We have to do a better job promoting FBU. It will never grow. It will never be it. The reason why Showcase is so great is because Showcase was the first step before YNC and everything else. Enrique, tell me I'm wrong on that. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But the reason why Showcase is because it was marketed way heavier. Showcase was the leading two YNC.
Them showcase teams used to be woo-wee.
Here's my point. Why should you put more energy in the FBU instead of Showcase? You shouldn't. I think it should be a tiered effect because FBU is before Showcase, technically speaking, right? But it's during the most critical time for Showcase when it comes to tryout, right? But here's the thing: me and KJ squashed this last year. It can be done. We saw it. It can be done. There's no conflict. No, I respect the questions, bro. There's no conflict in it. It can be done, but it needs to be communicated better. In FBU, for the guys who
Coach
don't
Howard,
do
you're
FBU,
not new here. Stop saying
I know
that.
he's not here. Yeah, but for the guys that don't do FBU, it's because they absolutely don't know about it. And the real egotistical part about it is people that do Showcase who aren't on staff of FBU don't promote it. Let's just keep it above, right? It goes back to that atmosphere. So that's what I'm trying to get people to understand is that Showcase and FBU can be done together, right? If you don't want to do FBU, that's fine. Go do Showcase. If you don't want to do Showcase, fine. Go do FBU, right? But the fact is we got to keep these kids moving. I know that there becomes a point where it becomes too much football. Totally agree with that. But for some kids, this is all they play, and when they're done, they're done. So we got to figure it out. Showcase used to be fire to the snow. Honestly, Showcase was still pretty fire after that, man. We stopped promoting as much. We genuinely stopped after the snowball thing and all that, right? It really got stopped being promoted as much. Remember, Houston backed out. The one year I think we went to McAllen. Oh, no, it was DFW.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas had backed out. And that kind of threw it for a complete loop, right? Did 2 years down there without Dallas. But then they bought it back, especially in San Antonio. Mm-hmm. And I think Showcase revived last year in San Antonio.
AAU, oh, bro, there's so many things
I'm not
going to
talk about that. I'm not even going to talk about that. We're going to wait on this. Here's my thing. It's quick opinion. Quick opinion, right? AAU, 11U, and 12U. Stop changing the environment. We have had middle school kids playing better middle school ball than what's being played today. That is not an excuse why 12U is not making. It's parents genuinely understanding that it's probably not even worth it anymore. It's not exciting. It's not fun.
That's a very good.
Simple as that.
Because back in that 2022 year, everybody was playing 12U.
Everybody, go back from, even if you go back to Trey's 2023 year, right? There wasn't no problem signing kids up.
All of them teams, the Harker High School,
I guess that was.
Harker High Junior Knights had a good squad too.
Exactly. So I'm not feeling the. Again, we're giving Orange an excuse. If you can make a 12U team, make a 12U team, right? I mean, if that's the case, let's just be honest about it. That's fine. Play everybody else on there, and then move your 12U games to Sunday. Like it's not. I don't.
FYI, if the Wranglers and Jags were in AAU, that 11U division would be insane.
All right, here's some fun facts. You ready? Let's go back to 2012. 2012, we're just going to the championship. So I'm saying AAU started 2012 in this area, right? Mm-hmm. From 2012 until 2023, right? 12U teams were absolutely packed full to the team. Again, I talk about this all the time. It wasn't until these last 3 years where the entire thing has went completely down. We got forfeits. Mm-hmm. We never used to have that.
You used to get
you got kids not getting. You got people not even filling out rosters. We never used to have that problem, right? You got teams not making it. We never had any of this from 2012 to literally 2022, including after COVID. Remember, 2020 was a hard year to get kids, and we still never had forfeits.
Ever.
We never had a 17, 12U. So I'm beyond that, man. I'm beyond all that, man. No, I totally agree with that. But here's the point. They've had that regulation since my kid was in 7th grade. Mm-hmm. Coaches just don't want this. Don't choose. They don't want to be chosen over their school team, right? I'll give Coach Lemons high five to Coach Lemons over at. I'll give Coach Lemons over at Union Grove. You know what Coach Lemons does? He specifically and intentionally runs his practices at 6 a.m. in the morning. You know why?
They can practice in the afternoon.
So they can go practice AAU stuff in the evening if they want to.
There's a lot of old head coaches in middle school too.
Again, not knocking it, right? But now with the new regulations, this is my thing. Now with the new heat regulations and everything that's going on, everybody should be moved to the morning time.
Yeah.
And so this should help AAU out even more now because if it's over 100 degrees by 5 p.m. in the middle of summer, you can't practice anyway, right? So what are we talking about? This is what I'm saying. Like, we're making excuses for the people who say we can't.
We definitely can.
We can.
Listen, we've been talking for almost 2 hours now, and we appreciate.
Hey, dude, bro, it pisses me off every year because we fall down to that. We allowed that.
Yeah,
we allowed it. And again, I tell them all the time, we are what? We're the people. I tell you this all the time. I love AAU Def. I told Chico this, but I'll tell you what. You want to see a strong group of people? Get all these orgs to get together and say, "Hey, we're not doing that." Watch how the rules in the league start to change. Because remember, that's how he got us here from Taifa. That's how Taifa got most of them back too.
Yeah.
So just saying, man, y'all will get it. Y'all will get it eventually, man. This is why I'm an advocate for y'all. CTX Sports Saga, I love y'all to death. I'm for the kids and for our community kids. You know what I'm saying? I try not to compare what Austin's doing, what Dallas is doing, and all that. I try to work because we are the people. Like we talked about this in the street. We don't got to go to Dallas. No disrespect to those guys that do stuff up in Dallas. I love Coach Jennings and all those guys. Been doing a great job up there, right? But we hold the same weight. We fold, so we do. You know, we want to do. We fold. It is what it is. Anything else on that? We'll put that in there, man. Why Showcase moved to Brownswood? Why so far? I think it's just because of the weather, right? You know, the thing that happened in San Antonio, it was a luck. It was luck.
Yeah.
We just got great weather last year in San Antonio, right? But the reason why it's always down south and it's always done is because close to the equator, usually you get a chance in February for good weather, not, you know, day one of the Holiday Bowl being 81 degrees and then day two, the high is 40. You just try to, you know, when you got 100 plus teams and their parents coming, you gotta have some type of stability. You gotta have something that's a go-to. So,
listen,
big up to Clayton and them for doing that, man. I think
it's the last one of 2025. We went a little extra for y'all today. Anything else y'all want to discuss?
We'll talk about it. Let's go. I got 5 more minutes. Let's go. Put it in the chat.
Anything.
As a 12U coach, I was picking up multiple kids at practice a week. Gotta want. Hey, that's it. And here's my thing: if they don't want it at the extra mile at 12U, just imagine what kind of 8th grade players they are. There you go. I said it. Howard, give me your jabs. What's up, man? I know you. Hey, Howard, troublemaker, bro.
He's a D1 troll.
He's a straight D1 troll. We got to give him his flowers though, because he do come in here asking great questions.
Ooh.
Girls flag football. I hope it takes off.
Facts.
I absolutely hope it takes off.
That is real. It
is real. It's about participation. If you were there at the championship games and you saw the new inaugural 5-on-5, whatever it was,
bro, I had tons of fun watching that.
It was fun.
Coach Monster was having fun over there.
Coach Monster was having fun. Hey, Junior Knights was having fun. Our guys, Junior Knights having fun. Even the Legacy Longhorn girls, had a great little squad.
I think everyone should have a team.
I think next year. Try to. Hey, it don't take a lot of people to get that roster filled out. Is it a reach? Is it a stretch? I think so. But yeah, man, that's what that is. Georgia versus CGX All-Star game. Watch this. Here it is early. Everybody thinks that this is a great look. I'm going to say it this way. If you don't go to this game with a showcase caliber team and an all-star team, y'all ain't seen getting punched in the mouth yet.
Listen. We talk about joining. I'm going to save that for later. That can get ugly real fast.
Again, if you ain't never been to East Coast Nationals, that could be a totally different look.
They had at least 5 teams win YNC, by the way.
Yeah, that could get. And you talk about an all-star team that they get to build. Oh yeah. That
we gotta build it.
Let me say it this way: if y'all parents don't get unsoft and get y'all kids some training, y'all gonna be pulling y'all kids out of that all-star game. From the stands, you gonna be pulling your kids out of the all-star game.
It could be a great atmosphere if we get everyone together.
Fact.
But
well, we see how history works. I used to be the main one saying my son, my son only played middle school ball. Then I went to those practices and signed up with the Jets immediately. 12-13 U ball was way more competitive and
Big
developmental.
facts.
And it is. But here's the deal, though, right? It's always, and I say this, let's give the asterisk mark, all right? Hey, Keith, you got to tell him where you live, right? So he's way down south, almost close to San Antonio, right? If I'm not mistaken, Kyle. Kmart. I think you're down closer to the San Antonio area, right? And he was traveling to play with the Jets. He was traveling from damn near down there all the way up to Temple to come practice. So I love his dedication. I love where he was going with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that we don't want to take the power out of middle school.
Yes.
UIL ball is still a great stepping stone for kids because it's the first time they ever get to realize that your grades matter, right? Showing up matters. The small things that I've learned now, they play a vital role in ninth grade teams. Ninth grade teams aren't always about talent. Sometimes it's about who's dedicated to show. Georgetown now, he's in Georgetown now, but but you gotta understand, like it's about showing up for practice. Who's dedicated to do that? Who's fit enough to adapt to a new routine? Right here, you are now. You've got more pressure on you in high school with grades, girls, all those things that you got. Who can maintain that? Let's be real, right? Keep it a buck. That's what that training. So I'm not a big fan of taking kids out of middle school ball, but yes, it is painful for someone who knows football to watch.
Yes.
It's painful.
It's hard
Me and
to watch at
Hartsfield
times,
for
I'm not
2
gonna lie
years.
to
Me and Hartsfield were in the stands at Union Grove, and we were just cheering.
you.
We were just cheering, and they would be so happy at our kids, and me and Hartsfield was so pissed because our kids were out there playing backyard football, like just pure
Trying to
deep
play.
backyard football. It was AAU talented kids who were just out there playing backyard football.
FYI, once in there's like maybe three to four decent kids on that unit. But I want to bring this up too. I know Coach Enrique really does the high school football around the area.
See, look, Hartsfield, you're saying facts, bro. It's true.
I went to the state championship games and I saw DeSoto versus CE King and Duncanville versus Sauk versus Randall and Duncanville versus North Shore. The difference between those regions and those regions, this from me being a youngster, the youngster of the group, there's a certain standard that they hold themselves up to, especially going to that state game. CE King was the noob, and that was their first time being there. But you could tell DeSoto was really, they've been there before. I think we can really get a team there, especially with these realignments. I think a team can make a run in the clean area.
All right. Real question: how many youth football teams does DeSoto have?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a better question. How many youth football teams does DeSoto and Duncanville have?
Tons.
Show me. 2 cities right beside each other. How many youth football teams do both of them teams have? Cities. Let's give you another one. Let's go state championship. How many youth football teams does South Oak Cliff have? Oak Cliff Titans.
Mm-hmm.
They got 1.
That's what I'm saying. There's a standard.
So they got more kids per square mile in those cities than we do right here in Killeen, Texas, and we got 7. So let's just kill the whole, you know what I'm saying? Let's just kill the whole genre of it. Yeah, they got different leagues. Y'all are right. Yes, they do got different leagues. So does Waco. Waco's got different leagues. Right? I'm just gonna talk about the premier kids. Let's just be honest, right? Talk about the premier kids. But the truth of it is that there's no need for 17 kids. There's no team, 17 teams. 10 teams. Yeah, and the little league stuff and the city league stuff, blah, blah, blah. You can pick and choose your kids out of, the bunch of the batch, right? But you got to find those dedicated kids that get them to one team, they move them all the way through. You go to every interview that you've seen from Duncanville, DeSoto, kids that's graduated, what's the first thing they say? I've been playing with these kids for what?
They've known each other for a while. They're involved.
Can we say an interview? Taking 2028 out of it, right? 28 and above, or younger, I guess you can say, or no, excuse me, older.
26.
Right? Can we say that?
Right now?
I'll wait for a team. I'll wait for a team that had great success, and they said that, you know, I don't care if you want to use Hawkeye Heights, Shoemaker, whatever. And they said,
La Vega?
I've been playing with half of this team for my whole life.
I think the Vega got some of those kids, some of those Gators kids.
That's what I'm trying to get at. So you want to talk about why we're not them? Stop comparing us. We're oranges and apples, bro. I hate so much. Big ups to all my people up north, man. Who, if y'all are tuning in, but I absolutely hate when you're comparing Central Texas to DeSoto, Duncanville, and anybody up north. We don't have this. We are not the same image at all.
It's not.
We could be,
My point.
could be, but we're not. And why? Because we don't even. We want to admire what they do, but we don't want to take the steps that they do.
If y'all watch that, some of those plays those DeSoto kids were making was.
You can do that when you've played with a kid for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Hartsfield just talked about that, right? Like Juju and Devin has been playing in Showcase and all the other team, you know, the postseason team stuff, right? They've been playing for 6 years. So when you get to middle school ball and you're running around scrambling as a quarterback, that other guy knows what you're about to do. Throw me the ball, I'm about to be open. That's what I'm trying to get at, man. Like it starts with that, bro. It's the same reason why at the high school level we will never have. I'm saying we never, because I'm you know, Hawkeye Heights ISD is gonna be there. But we gotta get. I think it's so hard to get to a state championship. It's gonna be so hard.
Other than that clean team, has anyone come close? Other than Harker Heights round 4?
Yeah, I think Hawkeye Heights round 4 is probably the closest I can remember. Even when we were all Division 5, 4, 5 and 4.
It's gonna be interesting with these new.
This is what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What Coach Jermo just said right there is my point, though.
Oh, we're going to do it. And I'm going to tell you right, because we're going to do it right here, Jermo, on this 10U showcase team. And it's not picking from anybody, right? I'm going to talk to some of the FBU coaches. I'm going to talk to some of the FBU kids, right? And we're trying to get as many people as we can to get back into it, because I think that this is the chemistry once you show, especially in the Central Texas area, where you got a lot of people that just look on, right? If you go out there and do it, you put it together, people are going to watch you. And if it's successful, they'll join you. If it's not successful, they're going to laugh at you and say, I know it couldn't be done. That's all I'm trying to get people to understand, bro. It's just going to take some people to jump off the porch and say, I'm going to get it done.
It has to be a select.
That's it. That's it. We did it. We did it. It's been done before.
It's not like it's impossible.
So I just think that we need to get back to that, man. Just get back to the season's over with. No one cares about the AAU past championships. How can we get the best of the best kids, and even some auxiliary kids, right, to compete? That's it. So 10U's going to do it. We stepping. We're going to figure it out, though. So if y'all are here and y'all want that part of that energy, you want to be part of this vibe, you know what I'm saying? I plan, Jermo, I know Trey's going to tell you about it, but hey, you look good, you feel good, right? I'm hoping that our 10U team, we're going to go out. We're going to buy extra stuff. We're going to buy extra swag. We're going to try to get everything we can for our kids to go out here. As long as they can do what they're supposed to do on the practice field, we'll figure it out. We'll go compete. So y'all let us know what y'all want, man. Put it in the chat. Hey, I'm super excited. I'm super, super excited about postseason stuff this year. We talked about this. Me and Coach Trey talked about this. There's some more opportunities for us to go out here and still compete. I'm excited about basketball. Really, really want to get that going. Really want to get volleyball going. I think I probably could host a volleyball tournament before I host a basketball tournament.
That's sad.
That's sad. No, it is true. It's sad. But either way it goes, man. Hey, look, we'll figure it all out, guys. Make sure y'all keep tapping in. Exclamation notify in the chat if you want notifications for every time we go live. We'd love to have y'all in here, man. We'd love to hear you guys' feedback. If y'all got anything y'all want to put in here, 9U Showcase have a team. I don't know. I will find out for you. I missed the last meeting. I think they do have a scheduled team. I don't know what their numbers are looking like. But, hey, if that guy's if he's good enough, Eli, he look good enough, bring him out to see if he can compete with the 10U guys. Straight up. I mean, I think Coach Trey, Coach Jermo, and all the other coaches going to give everybody a fair shot. And we're going to be transparent with our customers. with our customers, with our parents and everybody. If your kid needs work, if he's not a number one, but you also got to understand, first 11 can't play both ways. So there's 22 valid people that you need. There's 22 valid kids that you need. It's simple as that. Everybody has a spot, man. Everybody can have a spot. if you compete, if you want to do that, everybody can have a spot, man. I don't know about 10U. We'll see. Hey, I love that you said that, Eli, because here's the deal. Here's the thing. A lot of people think this and they never say this, right? You'll never know where your kid's staying until you put them in somewhere uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I ain't saying he's gonna make the team. I'm saying get him out there. See how does he elevate when he plays 10 years? I'm a firm believer of it. Coach Trey will tell you this. My son's the exact same way. He if he played with people his age and that he could beat, he would never compete. He just go out there and do the regular. When he played with people he knew were better than him, the Jameers, Tyler Reeves, he learned how to blend. How to blend real quick because he ain't gonna be the worst person on this team. He gonna tell you that right now. I refuse to be the worst. So, hey man, come out there, see where he's at. We're gonna put some more info out. Follow the page. I do know that in Freedom Park, so y'all tell me wrong. Freedom Park, January 3rd and 4th. I may be on the 4th. I will not be there on the 3rd. I have to take my daughter back up to Kansas. So I won't be there on the 3rd, but I will probably be there on the 4th. But if you're part of that 10U team, please, required to be there the 3rd and the 4th if you can. We're going to try to make some quick decisions, some fast decisions. And we want kids. We want the best of the best kids. So I say that for all of them, for all of the guys out here, right? But we got to figure out a way to make this thing hot, man. Get back to it. Get back in there. Getting the coaches back in. Hopefully we can get guys like Coach Enrique and all these guys to just come back out there. It's not about picking kids and drafting kids. None of that crap. I don't care about league. Right, y'all can go to your league team anyway. We just want to keep that logo on those kids, keep that sticker on there, but have the same Central Texas uniform. Let's go compete, man.
Let's get the Unks back.
Yeah, bring the Unks back out, bro. Bring the Unks back out. We did 8U showcase last year. It was kind of a mess. I'm listening, man. I apologize, bro. But we are trying. Saga's gonna try my best to wrap this showcase thing up. Kendrick is doing a great job on the admin side. I don't know how much longer Kendrick's gonna do this. But we are going to try our best. And I'm going to tell you what, from a parent's point of view, the best thing you can do is bring your kid and bring support. You want to see good coaches, you want to see good outcome, have them feel supported. Because remember, a lot of these coaches are doing stuff and they don't even know your kid. They don't even know your kid. They got 3 weeks or 4 weeks to try to get your kid in shape. And out of that with the weather, you probably only get 4 practices out of the 6 weeks. So support them. But obviously, remember this. We move as a whole, right? Central Texas is Central Texas. When we're not playing for somebody else and we're still out there, we need to be at another age group competing and cheering them on and all the things. So, yeah, man. Please keep showing up for these kiddos. I love y'all. We are pushing 2 hours. I only wanted to go about 1 hour and 30, but we're pushing it out. If y'all got any questions, hit our inbox. If you got any questions on Showcase, hit me up, hit Kendrick up, look at the flyers on the page. Please, no matter what the weather is, June 3rd and 4th, try to bring your kids out. We want all the age groups to compete. There's all types of coaches from all different locations. If you need help getting somewhere, reach out to them and all the things. I just want y'all to know. What are you talking about? I said January. Sorry. January 3rd and 4th. Why would it be June? My wife always, I want y'all to know, my wife always here.
But anyways,
yeah.
I hope y'all have a happy new year. We're still like 6-7 months out to the 2026 season.
You just said that.
It's whatever. Once again, we got to have Battle of Waco.
Put it in the chat, 6-7.
Battle of Waco got to come back this year. We will, Saga One has said it, we will get back to Game of the Week. So let's bring this environment up. Saga 2's not here to say it, but please make sure y'all wear deodorant.
There it is. All right, man. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all coming out again. Saga's here, man. If y'all got anything, message the page. Don't message me. I'm not on vacation, but I am on vacation this week. Got my daughter down. Got all my family here, so I'm
on vacation.
Super excited. But we wanted to wrap up the year. Tell y'all we love y'all, man. So y'all need anything, give us a holler.
Thanks for checking out this episode of CTX Sports Saga. Make sure to follow us for more news and updates on Facebook at CTX Saga. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe on